This is the full body workout, so we're gonna start with some mobility and a little warm up as well. What we're gonna start with here is we're gonna start with a split stance, banded airplane, okay? So one leg's gonna be forward, one leg's gonna be back. Whichever leg is forward, most of that weight's gonna be on that leg, okay? This back foot is just kind of there for stability. Band is gonna be pulled tight across your chest like this, okay? I don't want it to come off the chest because I don't want just the arms involved, I want the torso turning. You're gonna hinge over into a good golf posture position, keeping the head nice and neutral, and you're gonna rotate side to side, okay? When you finish the listed number of reps, then you're gonna switch sides. Other leg's gonna go forward, other leg's gonna go back, most of the weight on that leg, focusing on stability, rotating around that body there for the listed amount of reps. Next, what we're gonna do is a wall push-up. So you can find a wall, you can find a bench of some sort if you want to. The closer your feet are to the wall, the easier it's gonna be. The further away they are, the harder it's gonna be. All I want you to do is I want you to kind of lower yourself down, just kind of get that upper body activated a little bit, doing some sort of push-up here, okay? If you wanna start out far and scoot in a little bit so you can get a little bit deeper, you can do that. If you wanna start close, then back up a little bit, you can do that as well. I just want you to do the allotted number listed on the sheet. Next, what you're gonna do is you're gonna do a TRX squat. So how that's gonna work is you're just gonna grab a TRX like this. If you don't have one, you can always just do body weight squats as well. So all you're gonna do is you're just gonna back up, holding onto the TRX, use your upper body to kind of hold on. You're just gonna do good body weight squats, try to get nice and deep, good deep flexion. You can kind of start off mini squats and you can get deeper and deeper as you go. So you're just gonna do the allotted number on the sheet for those. Next one you're gonna do, you're gonna need a golf club or a stick of some sort. You're gonna do what's called side bend, rotate, rotate. So I'm gonna use a little squishy pad here to kind of kneel on, and it's gonna be a little bit of a stability one, but it's also a mobility exercise. So what's gonna happen, I'm gonna put my right knee down on this pad. Left leg is gonna be up like this, okay? I don't want this leg turning side to side, I want it to be fairly straight ahead. Hands are gonna be overhead. What you're gonna do is you're gonna do side bend. So you side bend over. If you notice, I'm not just dropping my arms like this. You side bend over, side bend the other way. Okay, then we rotate. Knees still straight ahead. Rotate, knees still straight ahead. That's one. We're gonna do 3 of those. So side bend, rotate, rotate would be 2. After you finish 3, you're gonna switch legs. We're gonna do the exact same thing. Knees straight ahead, side bend over, side bend the other way. You're gonna rotate, keep that knee straight ahead, and then you're gonna rotate. This exercise here is called a position B RDL. It's called position B because one foot is forward and one foot is slightly backwards, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna stand, one foot slightly forward, one foot slightly backwards. It's not a big split, so you can kind of see me from the side here. My feet are split about this much. So my foot is just behind where that instep is in relation to that. Okay, so how we're gonna be doing it here is you're gonna hold 2 kettlebells. Most of the work is gonna be done by the leg that's in front here. You're gonna keep your back nice and flat and straight. You're gonna hinge over, kind of pushing your glutes back. You'll feel a little bit of a hamstring stretch on this lead leg side. Then you push that hip forward, okay? Go all the way down, hinging motion, push that hip forward. If you look from the side, how it looks, it's gonna be here. I'm pushing those hips back, get a good little stretch, then I'm gonna drive that hip forward. And you're gonna do both sides. So this is reverse flies, okay? Your machine might look like this. It could also look like something else. This is one version, sometimes the other version, you're actually facing the machine and you're pulling away. This version, my back is to the machine, these are in front of me, okay? I want your arms ever so slightly bent. What we're gonna focus on mostly is really pulling apart and squeezing those shoulder blades together, okay? You slowly control, let it back, pull apart, squeeze the shoulder blades, and work on strengthening that upper back. What I don't want is I don't want you shrugging like this, okay? If you have to shrug, it's probably too much weight. I want you to relax the upper shoulders, relax those traps, and squeeze your shoulder blades together as you do this. This one here is a squat plus a row. You can do this with a cable or with a band. The cable is a little bit lower. It's not all the way to the ground, but it's a little bit lower, okay? What you're gonna do is if this arm is straight, you're in a squatted position, okay? So what I'm gonna do is as I stand, I'm gonna row this back towards me, okay? I'm not focusing on torso rotation a whole lot here. It's just more a straight arm row, okay? So as I lower that, I'm gonna drop down into a squat. And then we're gonna do both sides. So you're gonna do the allotted amount of reps. Squat. Just like that. This is a banded peel-off press. What you're gonna do is you're gonna hold it in your outside hand. You can use a band or you can use the cable machine, okay? I want it to be challenging, but not extremely difficult to the point where you can't control the band, okay? How it's gonna work is you're gonna walk out till you have a really good amount of tension, you think. You're gonna keep this right in the middle of your chest. Your inside hand is just gonna kind of hold there for support. You're gonna get in a good athletic golf position, and you're gonna push your hands straight out in front of you, okay? You're gonna hold it for 2 seconds, bring the arms back, okay? Push it out straight in front of you, keep the core nice and tight, hold it for 2 seconds, bring it back. It's gonna be pulling you this way, so I don't want you to let it pull you or drift you or turn too much and let it kind of do this. We're going straight and back. Imagine there's an invisible line. Hold it for 2 seconds, come back. When you finish, you're gonna switch sides. So you're gonna hold it with the other hand and turn the other direction. So this is a lateral kettlebell lunge. I'm gonna hold a kettlebell in whichever hand I'm lunging away from, okay? So I'm gonna lunge over to my left. So I'm gonna be holding it in my right hand here. So what's gonna happen, just gonna let it hang in the middle here. I'm gonna lunge over. This leg over here is gonna stay nice and straight. I'm gonna kind of hinge back into that hip, and I'm gonna push back to the start. I'm gonna lunge over, I'm gonna push back. Lunge over, push back. When you finish the allotted number listed on the sheet, then you're gonna switch hands and you'll do the other side as well. So this is a physio ball sit-up. So what this one's gonna do, is you're just gonna kind of sit on it. So kind of the low part of your tailbone should be on the ball. Toes are gonna be against the wall. You should be able to arch kind of over this, okay? I don't wanna be sitting on top of this. I want it to feel just like this, where my upper back is just kind of coming off the top of the ball. My lower hips are on the ball still, okay? What you're gonna be doing, you sit all the way up, okay? What I don't want is I don't want this ball to move. You can see how I'm kind of pushing my legs here. The ball's rolling. I don't want that, okay? I want you to use your core muscles to do a sit-up just like this. So this is a high-low cable push. So what I want, if you can kind of see this thing here, this is an attachment with a long arm. The reason I want you to use this, if you can use one, is because this little thing on the cable, as you're pushing it, can kind of hit you in the arm. It's not that big of a deal, but it can be a little irritating. So if you have one of these, just use one of these ones here. So what I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna grab this, I'm gonna walk out a little ways and do a split stance. So whatever leg is in front, the opposite hand is holding the weight, okay? So I'm gonna hinge over to a good golf posture position. I'm rotated open, so I'm not turned as far as I can be. I just have a good amount of shoulder rotation here. So what I wanna do is I wanna be pushing the arm, but I also wanna turn my shoulders too, okay? So as I push, it's gonna be a push straight down, but I'm gonna turn my shoulders the opposite direction. I'm not turning as far as I can. I'm not pulling this across my body. It's going in a straight line downward. So it's just a little bit of rotation here. As I'm pushing, I'm kind of straightening this left leg as well. Trying to create some rotation and some power. So I'm using my core as well as my arm to get a good amount of push with rotation there, okay? And when you switch sides, other leg's gonna be forward, same concept. You're rotating as you push down. You're using that lower body and turning the shoulders as well.